Because if you work remotely, you have very minimum supervision from your leaders and your team. So it's your own responsibility. How do you manage your time so that you can still meet your KPIs? You will still finish all your tasks during that day, during that week, during that month. Because at the end of the day, your leaders are gonna ask you like, okay, what do you achieve? Can I see your progress? And imagine if you can't handle or manage, you can't manage your time properly. I think you're not going to survive a remote work environment.
It's not for you.
Yeah, it took me like maybe a few weeks or a few months to get myself used to it. But then after months and years, I found it very enjoyable. Like I get to choose from where I want to work from.
Welcome back to Kopi and Call with your host, Mr. Call. This will be our third segment, and we have our special guest here by Anggi.
Hi, it's an honor to be here. Thank you for inviting me to this podcast.
You're welcome, Anggi. So, Anggi, you come very far, right?
Yeah.
So, first of all, where are you from actually?
Can you guess?
You look like Vietnamese.
Really? Because so many people thought that I'm Malaysian.
So you're from Malaysia?
Actually, no.
Okay, where are you from actually?
Okay, last chance for you to guess.
Thinking about somewhere Thailand.
No, that's way further.
So you're from Indonesia?
Yeah, I'm actually from Indonesia.
Which part?
Java.
Java. And you're staying in Java also?
I'm staying in Jakarta, but I was born and raised in Jogja. Do you know Jogja?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, a small city.
The food is damn good.
Of course, I agree. The culture, places, the people.
So you're a part of Studio 5, right? And you are working as social media for our company for all three entities, which is weddings, spaces, and also Coop.
True. But actually, I don't only handle social media, but I also handle other things such as the content on our blogs. So I write weekly blog posts for all entities. I also handle client social media accounts and content management, and I work closely with the marketing team with you.
With me? I didn't know you were with me.
I know, right?
So anyway, let's step back a bit, how did you start to become into this marketing space, and start to use social media and stuff?
Okay, I like that question because can you believe me if I tell you that I self-learned everything about digital marketing.
Self-learned?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because actually I took a major in business analytics. Have you ever heard of that major before?
I have never. Business analytics is quite new.
Yeah, so it actually involves a lot of, like calculations, little bit of coding, and a lot of data processing.
Coding?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't expect that. Okay.
So many people won't expect that. And I mean, I survived eventually, but I didn't imagine myself working, in the business analytics industry because I think I grew up as a creative person, as a kid who loves drawing, painting, and even writing. So I questioned myself a lot at that time before I graduate. I think that's normal, right?
Yeah, you don't really need to. I mean, it depends on if like your family, right? Of course, our family wants us to have a good career and stuff, and they usually think that being creative on the creative arts stuff is not that lucrative, so they tend to push you to a more logical sense. But like, how did you kind of turn back that from business analytics into marketing?
Okay, so thankfully, outside of my main major, which is business analytics, I also took a minor in marketing and also finance.
Ooh.
So I decided to follow my passion in marketing. I took my first internship in a Malaysian company. And my role at the time was as a digital content creator. So I was responsible for the company's social media account, all the contents. But of course, I had a team to support me. And after that, I think I realized that it was my calling. So I took another second internship at a different company. It was a consulting company in still in Malaysia, but at the time I was still staying there as a student, and
so you were studying
in Malaysia,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
I was
got it.
studying at Monash.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and okay, so since my student visa was ending, I had to return to my home in Jakarta, and the company that I worked at that time was very kind to give me the chance to continue my internship virtually from Jakarta.
So that's your first time working abroad, but also somewhere else?
Yeah, and at the time, I never heard about the term remote work.
Remote?
Yeah.
Remote TV work?
That's true. If I tell people, I work remotely, they will be like, remote?
Yeah, remote TV, right?
It's not wrong though, because the meaning itself, remote work is like when you're able to work and basically make money without leaving your home. Can you believe that?
I usually hear that a lot of scams do that.
Actually, there's a lot of scams, so you gotta be very, very careful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I didn't realize that I was working remotely, and I never heard about that term before. So I just as a fresh graduate, I just enjoyed and completing my internship.
was it hard to do though?
To be very honest, during the first few weeks was very tough because all the communications relied virtually, right? And my teammates, they were not online all the time. So most of the time I had to figure out things on my own.
You were left alone.
Not really alone, but it's just that, you have to be responsible for your own task. You have to know how to manage your time properly because if you're not able to manage your time properly, I would say you will end up sitting in front of your computer for the whole day.
I see.
Yeah.
So it comes with a big responsibility.
Of course, remote work can be very tricky for some people.
Okay. So how long have you been working in that company when you were back in Jakarta?
My internship only lasted for like 3 months, and then after that, I had my first full-time job, still in the digital marketing role, but at a different company, also in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I spent a few weeks there working with the team in the physical office, but then I went home. I went back to Jakarta and I continued the working remotely. But I maybe like once every few months I would fly back to Kuala Lumpur to work with the team.
It's like going back and forth.
Yeah,
That's a bit hard.
That's, I would say, isn't it like hybrid working environment? We can.
But abroad, that's extreme, right? It's like hybrid work, but I have to get a flight.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But that's what happens here in Studio 5 too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
like you also have to come in.
Yeah,
sometimes.
every few months, I would fly here to Singapore, meet the team. Have company events, company gathering. It's very fun.
How long have you been remote working for this company?
For Studio 5, it's been almost 2 years. Wow, I didn't realize.
It's 2 years, right?
It felt like just yesterday, dude.
But how was it? Do you like it? How's the work environment, everything? How's the remote work takes in place?
I will be honest. I really enjoy it. Like all the people are nice. You say it yourself.
Me?
You.
Okay. So people.
Yeah. And what I like here is that they always give us the space to grow ourselves. They give us a lot of opportunity to grow.
Freedom, right?
Freedom and career growth as well. You can always explore what you want to do, and it's okay if you make mistakes. You can just learn from it, and then just
get
up and do better.
Yeah. So you're working in that space, like social media. Is it like remote working works only for social media, or do you think there's other jobs also? And I mean, like, I'm sure you have been working for almost, I would say 4 years working remotely, right?
Yeah, almost 4 years.
4 years working remotely / the hybrids, right?
True.
So I don't know, like, what's the lifestyle, right? Like, how do you manage it? How do you do it? I'm sure a lot of people here also work, right? But they don't have this chance to work remotely as you do. Maybe you can share a bit, like, what's the experience? Is it good? Does it work for me? Maybe, I don't know, like, how is it?
Okay, first thing first, some people might not know that remote work is not for all industries.
I see.
For example, industries like manufacturing, construction,
Yeah.
they still rely heavily on human interaction, right?
Like manpower.
Do you think they can do the work virtually?
If they use AI and then remote.
Maybe that's gonna happen, but
Yeah.
in the next few decades, maybe
Yeah.
next few years, I
Yeah.
don't know. But that doesn't mean that these industries won't have remote work opportunities. They actually do, because just imagine the HR and marketing roles of a manufacturing company can actually already be done virtually. Right.
Yep, that makes sense. So from there, like, there are jobs that can be remotely, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So there's also benefit to do so, right? Like, what do you think that benefit would be? Is it like easier, or maybe like, for example, I can hire someone from another part of the world, and then another team is another part of the world, so they can work 24 hours for the payroll. I don't know. What's the benefit of having a worker remotely?
Do you think a remote work environment only benefits the employee or employers, or both?
I think both, I would say, nowadays, because like, right, I mean, it could work for you and also for the company also. Like I said, the company can work 24 hours. They have a 24 hours team, and for the worker, maybe they don't need to commute, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
What else can we benefit from that?
Okay. Let's start from the employer's perspective.
Okay.
And you were right, actually. You mentioned that remote work opens up opportunities for companies to hire global talents from everywhere across the world. Like, because here in Studio 5, we have talents from Indonesia, which is me and our other teammate. And we have talents from Malaysia as well, and Philippines. So
that's a lot multinational company.
yeah, very ASEAN.
Yeah, very ASEAN company.
And hopefully we can reach many other countries in the future. So that's just one of the benefits that companies can enjoy by implementing a remote work environment. Another thing is that imagine if you have a team consists of people from different parts of the world. You don't have to meet every single day in the same place, but you can work virtually. That will lead to reduced spending in office workspace,
electricity,
expenses,
bill,
and utility,
right?
Right, yeah. And actually, if I can share, one of the biggest mark in remote work history was when COVID-19 happened. Do you remember that?
Yep.
When
everybody had to stay home.
Yeah, so many lockdowns, right? Like there was lockdown everywhere.
Yeah.
Were you already working at that time, or?
For COVID, I was studying actually.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we were
studying.
still students, right? Maybe we did not feel really impacted.
Yeah.
But I read all the news, like so many companies shutting down and the unemployment also rising. So the only way for companies to retain their employees at that time was by allowing them to work from home.
So they still need to operate, but at the same time they cannot go to office, so they operate at home, right?
Even though some companies managed to survive, some companies did not manage to survive, and Survive happened to be one of the companies that succeed to survive and even grow during the COVID period. Yeah. So after COVID-19 gradually decreased, some companies already resumed their normal working environment. But some of them also implement hybrid working environment, meaning that there's a mix between remote work, going to office, and also working from home. And even there are still a lot of companies that implement a full remote work environment.
So which one is better, like working from home or working for office?
Okay, I think that question, right, won't have a fixed answer because there will be pros and cons. Okay, the pros, I think we already talked about the pros pretty much. How it benefits the companies, the employers. The way it benefits the employees itself is that employees are able to have a better work-life balance. Because to me personally, ever since I work remotely, I have more time to do my hobbies outside work.
What's your hobby?
I have a lot actually. I can choose, but I love watching movies, reading books, sometimes going out for an evening jog, or just going out with my friends, or
So basically, you achieve the work-life balance by working remotely, right?
I feel so. I mean, if I look at people around me, they have to commute every single day. They have to leave home by 5 a.m. and just reach home by 9 p.m. And that happens a lot in my
circle of friends, right?
Yeah, and also in Jakarta, because the traffic is just
traffic is
so
crazy.
bad. Yeah, it's always crazy. So
basically, you able to take care of your mental health, mental state just by working remotely.
yeah, and because thank God I managed to prioritize my task and also take care of my well-being. But for some people, imagine if you have to work from the same spot at home every single day for an entire week or an entire month. For introverts, it might feel like heaven, right?
Yeah.
But for extroverts,
they kind of need that social
human
connection.
interactions. Yeah. It might be tough for extroverts.
True.
Are you an extrovert or?
I think I'm ambivert, I guess.
Are you sure? Because I am an ambivert.
Sometimes I like to be around people. Sometimes I don't like to be around people. It depends on if I have jobs to do or not.
Oh my God, that's so true.
Right. Yeah.
As an ambivert, I prefer balance. What do you feel?
I really feel like staying at home right now.
Rather than being here.
Yeah, this reminds me at home, to be honest. Happy to talk. Because working remote, right? Talking to your friends can also be done through online. So basically, it's a bit no different. Just that I can see my friends.
But it still feels different, though.
Yeah, it depends on people, I guess. It depends on people.
You can't have the direct, communication.
True. So so the cons for people who are extrovert would be, is there any other way around, for extroverts to try to work remotely? Maybe go to a cafe.
Yes, of course. There's no other solution than, letting yourself to go out. Because I do that to myself as well. Yeah. Even though I spend most of my time working from home, like once every week or once every 2 weeks, I would drag myself out to work from a nice cafe, or just trying out different co-working spaces just to get a fresh scenery. And that helps a lot, actually. That keeps me motivated, because if I just keep staying at home, your world will get smaller and smaller, and it might lead you to loneliness. And if you're not good at handling it, it can even lead to anxiety.
I see.
Yeah.
So basically, when you talk about working in other places, right, in other environment, have you ever tried to engage with other remote workers? Just to match up, like a community of remote workers. Would that help to kind of make the extrovert become more workable with the work from home environment?
I have a few friends who also work remotely. Some of them are strangers, we just meet up online because I'm building my own social media platform on TikTok, where I talk about remote work tips, career tips, and also self-growth, right? So we follow each other, and if we happen to live in Jakarta, sometimes we will meet up, and then we became very good friends after that. And some of them happen to be my old friends as well. That's very funny, because I didn't expect that my old friends would also work remotely. So it's very nice, because I can just go out with them to work together, and then we will exchange insights. We will
exchange. Is she in marketing also?
Some of them work in marketing, and some of them also work in communication.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Communication and PR.
That's good.
Yeah.
So basically, you can start your own remote work union, right?
Hopefully. Actually, there's a lot of communities of remote workers in Indonesia, and I believe maybe every countries also have that kind
their
of
own
communities as well. Yeah.
That's really good, though. That's like initiative. Is that the place? Having a community is, I would say, the initial step for a person like me, for example, right? A person who never worked remote, and then they suddenly, I want to work remote lah, and then suddenly, what's the best way? Is it like approach the community or how how did you want to start?
Okay, I would suggest first thing to do is to reach out to mentors, not to the communities. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because mentors they are trained and they know how to guide you through that journey. And then communities is there. You should have communities to support you, but as your support system. Yeah. And there's a lot of, like
Can you tell me more
platforms.
mentors? Like, is it yourself a mentor? Are you a mentor?
Okay, so if I can share a little bit story about myself, right?
Okay.
The reason why I also jumped into the mentoring industry is because back then I used to work in a mentoring company, and I found it very, very insightful and inspiring because I had to connect with so many inspiring mentors from different countries across the world. And that just inspired me so much because what they do is basically they want to give back to the community. And I want to do that as well. I know that I'm privileged enough to have the access to education and also self-growth, but not everyone has the access to that, right? So it's my turn now. It's my turn to share what I have, because by sharing to others, I feel like there's a sense of fulfillment. It's I feel like it's what sorry. I feel like it's what makes my heart full.
Okay, so you find fulfillment just by trying to teach others and educate others about work from home, right? So remote working, basically. So is that the most core concept of your social media that you try to portray, and then like you try to educate, basically giving back to the community for?
Yeah, of course. Every single day I would receive so many DMs and also comments from strangers. I don't even know these people, but they ask me like, hey, can you help me? I also want to learn how to land a remote job because with the current job market and economy, so many layoffs and the job market is very, very tough. So I think that was one of the starting points where people start to know more about remote work. And I'm just very glad that I already have my own platform so that I can utilize it to educate and mentor these people. And I mentor them for free. I never charge them. I even create like a free portfolio template, and they can get it for free by just commenting on my post.
That's really good though. So like basically you can start your own agency.
What agency?
Yeah, you can start your own agency because you already have a fan base and everything, but that's business side lah.
Yeah,
so,
hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Basically, you did a lot. You have built up a reputation about yourself as a remote worker, and then you even have people going to you and asking you for favors or asking you for guidance as a mentor. Like, what do you think will happen in the industry, right? For example, you've been in the industry for remote working for almost 4 years.
4 years.
4 years, right? And do you know some companies that are not evolving into remote working, maybe they feel like they remote work but they never do work. But some companies manage to do that on a full-time scale, like this company, right? So why do you think that there's a difference in that? Why is it not many people? Of course, the reason is because some jobs require manpower to be there. True. But some jobs they still prefer to hire locally rather than remotely. Why?
Maybe those type of businesses and companies, they're not ready yet to accept the evolvement of the work environment across the world. But if they don't catch up with the updates, with the changes, I think they might lose it. So because the future of work will be evolving, and I believe that remote work is really just the beginning.
Oh, there's more.
Of course. Can you imagine that, like what might happen in the future? Maybe because maybe a few decades ago, people might think it's not possible to work from home.
Yeah.
Yeah. How can it be possible? But look at us. Look at the world now.
Yeah.
It's a very possibility, and it actually has becoming a trend.
I think you're right. We are heading towards that trend because you are a proven example of a remote worker who has a work-life balance. Who doesn't want a work-life balance? People are getting tired working to 9 to 5, and they have to go back. They have to spend more hours commuting. somehow remote work kind of like solve that problem, especially in this era, and with the help of advanced technologies, fast internet, and everything, it kind of enables us to work remotely. So I think I kind of agree with you. In future, maybe Grab drivers, right? Maybe we can also automate remote Grab drivers.
Yeah.
So they can just have their own like setup for driving and pick up and then go away like that. So remote. So I think we are heading that way, I would say. So maybe what do you think we can prepare for when that time comes?
Okay, I think nowadays, if people don't want to catch up with the changes in technology, definitely there will be left behind. Especially AI. You know how AI has helped us a lot. The next few years, if you don't get used to work with AI, your job might be replaced by AI itself. So AI is not here to replace you, but it's here to help you do your job easier. So it's just the matter of how can we use it to benefit ourselves.
On the context of AI, how does it help on your remote work?
Oh, it really helps a lot. I use AI every single day.
Every single day.
But I don't mean that, I don't do my work.
Okay. Can you elaborate more, like how? Maybe the audience can like know and
how
learn.
Can they start?
Yeah, how can they start? Yeah.
What do you think is the most famous AI right now?
ChatGPT, of course.
That's true, because that's also the very first AI that I learned how to use.
Oh, okay, ChatGPT, yeah.
And actually, the power of ChatGPT is way bigger than you think it can do. But to me personally, as a digital marketer, I use it to help me brainstorming. Of course, I have to do the brainstorming manually myself, but I use ChatGPT as an AI to help me, like find the missing points in my brainstorming process, because it actually gives me a lot of good advices. And it doesn't mean that you just copy and paste everything that they say.
Yeah,
Please
true.
don't do that, because
that's not good.
people will know if your work
is AI generated.
Is generated from AI.
Yeah.
And
I use that also actually. I use that to kind of do I copy my text and I paste it so that it will come up with a better grammar.
yeah.
Because I don't know how to speak English properly, I guess, you can say that. Yeah, but ChatGPT really helps. I think that could be the first advice for people who want to start doing remote work, having an AI to help can give an edge to them to be hired remotely, right? Yeah, that's quite good. So like going to that, right, AI and remote work and everything, what do you think from your career perspective, what do you feel like the challenges that you have faced before during your 5 years? Is it like adapting to when you remote work, you try to be socialized, but then you don't have people to social, so then you try to like go out and everything. Is there any other challenges besides that? Maybe for example, some family members could not understand that you are working remotely. Do you face that?
Thankfully, no.
Thankfully, no.
Thankfully,
Okay.
my family, they understand that, by staying at home doesn't mean that I don't do anything, because I still work. I make money from home. Yeah, and they're very supportive. But going back to your question, right?
Yep.
Of course, there are a lot of challenges that I'm currently still facing, and also some challenges that I faced in the past. But the biggest challenge was to, getting myself used to the virtual working environment. Because if you work remotely, you have very minimum supervision from your leaders and your team. So it's your own responsibility. How do you manage your time so that you can still meet your KPIs? You will still finish all your tasks during that day, during that week, during that month. Because at the end of the day, your leaders are gonna ask you like, okay, what do you achieve? Can I see your progress? And imagine if you can't handle or manage, you can't manage your time properly, I think you're not going to survive a remote work environment.
It's not for you.
Yeah, it took me like a few maybe a few weeks or a few months to get myself used to it.
Mm.
But then after months and years, I found it very enjoyable, you know, like I get to choose from where I want to work from.
Yeah. You can also travel while working, right?
Yeah, a lot of people actually become digital nomads.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They stay in Bali, in Bangkok.
So it opens up a lot of opportunities, to be honest, right?
Yeah, and
Just by working remotely.
they meet like with fellow remote workers as well. And just like what you mentioned, maybe it can be a business opportunity to build like an agency or something.
So this remote work, right? Does it allows you to do other things? You know, you have more free time. Like, do you have like any other, you know, like is that the most biggest catalyst for you to create content? Because you have more time to create content, right? So basically, if you do remote, but sometimes you do things that you like remote, do content for the remote working space. So, will there be another wave of remote workers, influencers, even more?
I believe so, because I found a lot of remote worker content creators on TikTok, on Instagram, mostly on those two platforms lah, because mostly like Gen Z and millennials, and maybe a little bit of Gen X, who are the people who might be still more tech savvy than the other generations. They mostly use those social media channels. And that's where I start to make friends with fellow mentors, fellow content creators with similar topic as mine. It's very nice, you know. It opens up my eyes, and I just really love to have the remote work support system from them.
So basically, like, in a way, right? If you think about it, I can become remote work, and also I can become an influencer as my side business.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, I can like do whatever I want to do, and then make money out of it. That's my side hustle, and then have my main income. So in a way, it not only give you a flexibility, it gives you another time for you to build other things for your income lah, basically.
For sure.
So I feel like if you're not remote working in 2025, you are missing out a lot, to be honest, right?
Yeah, that's why hopefully by sharing and building my personal TikTok account, you know, more people will be exposed to remote work. And because my main goal is actually simple. I just want to help these people to grow and eventually land a job. That's all. I never think about, you know, monetary values, like, you know, making charging them to have my mentoring session. No, I really want to do this as my calling that comes from a passion.
So would you say you will remote work until you die?
Well, I don't know yet.
Okay. Imagine if you are working, because right now you're working remotely, right? And then suddenly you decided or something happened and you have to work from office. How is that gonna be? Is it hard? Or what?
Actually, that will be great though. Like I've been dreaming to do like working environment where I have to come to the office. I just want to experience that, but I'm not sure what will happen and what will I feel because I'm sure I will be surprised and shocked because
changes.
Like transitioning from a remote work environment into physical, work in office environment will be a big difference.
True. That could be your next content.
Thanks. Maybe when that happens,
right?
My content is not only about remote work.
Yeah, now becomes work from office.
And I'll have to change my name.
You have to change your name, yeah. Yeah, I think that's quite good. That's quite good insight also, to be honest. Maybe you can share a bit, like what is the best country to have a work remote for? Like, is there any country that has higher chance of getting a remote work? Or what do you think? I'm not sure, because like we are trying to help. Imagine that we are trying to talk to the audience right now, and they want to work remotely. So which company do they apply? Is it like, which company and which country they should apply? Yeah, can you and maybe you have a bit insight of that?
Yeah, I have a few insights on that because from my personal experience and also from my friends' experiences. So I think countries in ASEAN and also in Asia, basically, they have more chance to hire remote talents such as Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines. And do you believe that countries in Europe, they also hire a lot of remote talents as well?
From ASEAN or from anywhere else?
From anywhere across the world.
Europe countries.
Yeah, 'cause
I didn't know that.
I have friends who work for, like European companies.
But the language is different, right, in Europe. I mean, they have a lot of European countries like French, Germany. So their language is a bit, I don't know, is language barrier is going to be a problem?
Of course, the cultural differences will be bigger compared to if you work remotely for Asian companies because, we're based in Asia. I am Asian. Are you Asian?
I hope so.
Okay, you look Asian.
Okay.
So if you work for an Asian company, you won't feel much, shocked.
Yeah, because the culture is not much difference,
it's not much
right?
difference. But if you work for a European company or a US based company, of course, there's not only gonna be, culture shock, but there's also gonna be a huge difference in the time zone as well.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So but they still manage to hire remote workers, right?
Yeah, they do. They do.
Surprisingly.
And it's still evolving now.
I mean, in Asia, in ASEAN is technically we are colonized by, by the Europes, right? But basically everybody here speaks English as the main language, right?
Yeah, most of the people
here, because we were colonized by them. But so that actually gives us opportunity to have that work remote because we can communicate into one language, right? Yeah, but I didn't expect Europe would also open up for that.
Yeah, they do actually.
Yeah, if US, I kind of understand because we speak English, right? Yeah, maybe that could also be another option for your viewers, to try and get remote people to work in Europe, right? So basically, right, your platform and your viewers, you can become somehow a bridge between the companies and also people who want to work remotely, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because you already have followers that does all that's finding the job and stuff.
That's true.
You should explore that opportunity, to be honest.
Maybe in the future. That's one of the goals, definitely.
You have a lot of opportunity, big goals stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and having that community base is also, like genuine people, not the one that try to scam you, right? Yeah, so that one is quite good and strong in that sense. So I feel like if people wants to know more about you and you as the mentor and you teaching them for free, like what and where, how can they find you?
Of course, they can reach out to me on my TikTok account. I will, insert the link in the bio.
Okay. Sure.
Editors, please edit.
Okay.
And you can also reach out to me on my LinkedIn. Sometimes people DM me on LinkedIn too, and also I reply them to help them guide through this journey because everything that I do is not for me, but it's for them. It's for these people who I want to help.
Anyone can.
Anyone.
Does not
matter. I got messages from people whose age are around my parents' age.
Yeah, oh, wow, okay.
So maybe they got laid off, but they don't know what to do, and they heard about remote work, but they don't know who to ask. And I guide them step by step.
I kind of understand, at that age, you have a family, you need to find a job. At the same time, you cannot leave your family.
That's true.
Some people are quite, I would say, desperate in that sense, right? So but that's good. Like your audience is not
limited.
It's not limited to age, so to any country. It's like open to anyone. So I feel like that's quite good though. It's quite. Yeah, you're giving chances to people for them to learn about remote work, which is good though.
So I feel like if you have the chance and if you have the capability to share something, please do share it. Please build your personal account or you just start sharing to your closest people because nowadays, if you don't chase the chance to share, then you're gonna miss a lot of opportunities.
True.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, that's good. How long did you manage to build your personal brand?
Actually, I just started building this account since last year in 2024.
And how many followers are they?
I started from zero.
And now?
Now I have like maybe 2K
That's
followers.
not bad. That's not bad for 1 year and stuff. That's really good.
I'm still growing every single day.
Consistency is the key.
Yeah, it is literally the key. Everyone can start, but not everyone can maintain the consistency.
So on average, you post every day?
Not every day. I would say like once every week.
Every week?
Once every 2 weeks. Because what matters is not the amount of content that you post, but the quality of the content. Does it meet what your audience needs? Does it answer what they ask?
That's really good. Then no wonder you have business analytic background.
Yeah, so I think I believe that everything happens for a reason. Maybe I took a major in business, even though I didn't. I decided not to pursue my career in that field, but it still influences me, and it still brings good impacts in who I am today.
You still use your knowledge. Yeah.
Of course, nothing is wasted.
Yeah, it's good. And you're still young, so there's more opportunities for you. So I think thank you, Anggi, for the session today. I think we do not have much time, right? So anything that you want to add before we end our session?
Maybe I just want to say thank you for staying with me and staying with us in this podcast. I hope that whatever we have shared today